Hello, middle school families. This presentation is designed to give you some insights as to what remote learning will look like in the fall of 2020 for both Haller and Post Middle School. I'll start with some introductions. My name is Trevor Summers, and I'm the principal at Haller Middle School. Also pictured is Sally Schroeder. She is our assistant principal. We have two counselors at Haller, Mr. Jim Evans and Ms. Jennifer Peters. At Post, the principal is Leslie Tomisto, and the assistant principal is Paul Dauberful. They also have two counselors at Post, Tony Ruiz and Nicole Egholm. The goal of this presentation today, we want to make sure that parents understand our current plan based on the recommendations from the school board and local health officials. I want to make sure that I share our priorities and guidelines for how we reopen schools safely and provide information for parents and contact information to ask questions of administrators and counselors. We'll start with priorities. First and foremost, it's safety. We want to make sure our students are safe, our staff is safe, and that any visitors are safe. We want to be responsive to our community's expectations and needs. We know that we must have high levels of engagement and communication with both families, staff, and students. We need to have a combination of synchronous and asynchronous learning so students can access our online opportunities in a variety of ways. We also have to be flexible. We must use current health conditions to quickly adapt and respond to learning opportunities for students. We need to provide regular and rigorous levels of learning. And our goal is to return to normal as soon as possible, but only when it's safe to do so. And we want to make sure that we provide equitable access regardless of barriers. Now, what's going to be different from this upcoming fall than last spring? Last spring, we had to convert to remote learning for all students in about a week. We had a do no harm grading policy, which meant whatever the student's grade was when we left on March 13th, it was guaranteed to be that grade or better, and it couldn't go down. It took some time to obtain and distribute our technology, like the hotspots and Chromebooks for students. And while we did our best, we know that it was a challenge, not only for staff, but for students and families as well. So this fall, Remote Learning 2.0, we are more planned and prepared. We are going back to our traditional grading system, and students will be graded on an A through F grading policy as outlined by the district. We have enhanced our technology distribution. We have enough Chromebooks for every student to have their own, and we will be handing those out in the next couple of days. We have a structured day, and we are going to enhance and increase our rigor and expectations. This is all part of our phasing into normal school operations. Our ultimate goal is to get to step 6, which is all students and staff back on campus learning as we know it. However, we also know that it's not going to happen right away, and that there's going to be a gradual increase to get from where we are, which is step 3, to our ultimate goal, which is step 6. So what will a middle school student look like as far as their schedule? They're all going to have a full schedule, and that says how their students on that slide, but it applies to Post students as well. Students will have 7 periods that they will be responsible for, and they're going to split their day in half. So on Mondays and Wednesdays, they will engage in 1st, 3rd, 5th, and 7th period, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 2nd, 4th, and 6th period. As you can see by this schedule, there's intervention time built in for students that need additional support. Plus, Friday will provide additional time for students who can get extra help from teachers. It can be some small group instruction. We're going to work on our high school and beyond plan, and we're going to have some independent and directed learning on Fridays. So our plan for learning, we have to get back into a routine of a schedule in school. So even though we're starting remotely, we want to provide structure and expectations for students so we can get back into a school routine. Every day, teachers will engage students in learning, and every day we will take attendance, and that is a shift from last spring. The teacher is going to teach for a portion of the period. The remainder of the time is dedicated to small group instruction or projects or time to work with teacher assistants, and then the period ends. There's passing time, which we call a transition. Give your kids a chance to take a little break from the computer, and then they will log on to their next class. As long as we are in remote or hybrid, this is how learning will work, and this maintains consistency. Now, if you have questions, here's the contact information for Howler administration and counselors. And there's the contact information for the post administration and counselors. So, as I said, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out and let us know what we can do to help. Thank you.